Good day, everyone. Welcome to another class of the 7th quarter. Our lesson for today is all about rhythmic sportive gymnastics. Rhythmic sportive gymnastic is a unique sport that blends classical ballet and modern dance with challenging dynamics. Performers utilize various apparatus such as a ball, club, hoop, ribbon, and rope while dancing and executing skills. The combination of grace and strength results in a breathtaking spectacle that never fails to leave the audience in awe. Now let's discover the history of rhythmic gymnastics. The root of rhythmic gymnastics can be traced back over 3,500 years ago to the ancient Egyptians who performed it as an appreciation to the female human form. Aesthetic expression in the human form was highly esteemed around this time. Egyptian artifacts such as ancient pottery, tombs, and even some of the pyramids substantiate the existence of rhythmic sport gymnastics as a recreational activity in the early times. The International Gymnastics Federation only recognized rhythmic gymnastics as sport in 1962. The first World Championships for this event was held in 1963 in Budapest, Hungary. On the other hand, the first Federation International de Gymnastique rhythmic gymnastics meet was held a year after in the same city. It was still an individual all-around group during this time, and group competitions were not included until 1996. Rhythmic gymnastics officially became an Olympic sport in 1984. Now let's move on to the apparatus or equipment in rhythmic gymnastics. So rhythmic gymnastics perform jumps, tosses, and other dynamic movements with equipment, like using different types of apparatus or equipment. They are assessed by a panel or judges more on their coordination, their dance, prowess, and grace rather than their power or trumping dexterity. First, we have the ball. So I know you're very familiar with this. So ball is usually made of rubber or soft plastic. It measures 18 to 20 centimeters in diameter and weighs 400 grams. So the ball, namely bouncing and rolling, throwing and catching, and even balancing it on their hands. So as you can see here in the video, where the gymnast gracefully dances with the ball. Next, we have the clubs. So clubs are a pair of wood or plastic apparatus measuring 50 centimeter long and weighing 200 to 300 grams. These are ideal to perform circles, swings, taps, and throws. Next, hoop. Hoop is made of wood that is 51 to 90 centimeters wide and 300 gram weight heavy. So a gymnast utilizes this to execute rolls, spins, swings, and tosses. On some occasions, they throw it high into the air and catch it while in a daring stance. Next, we have ribbon. Ribbon is typically a colorful piece of satin with a weight of 35 grams, width of 4 to 6 centimeters, and minimum length of 50 centimeters for juniors and 60 centimeters for seniors. So the ribbon end is attached to a handle, also known as a stick, which may be covered with rubber or at the bottom to prevent slippage. The last apparatus is the rope. So rope may be a hemp or similar material. Its length should be proportional to the height of the the gymnast using it. As similar to the other apparatus, gymnasts can use this to perform throws, catches, swings, and swirls while jumping and leaping. Now we move on to the basic shapes of rhythmic gymnastics. So the following are the basic rhythmic sportive gymnastic shapes. We have first the arc. So it is achieved by pushing your hips forward and keeping your chest open. Lie on your stomach with your arms by your ears. Keep your legs straight as you lift your heels. Also remember to keep your arms straight while you lift them up. Second is the bridge. I know you're all familiar with this. It requires you to lie on your back, position your hand on the floor by your ears, and bend your legs. Push your hips towards the ceiling and arc back. To form an ideal bridge, make sure you have straight legs and the shoulders push out over the hands. Next, we have the handstand. It is performed by extending your body towards the ceiling in an upside down position. Stand up straight with your feet comfortably apart. Kick with your dominant leg, raise your arms, and then carefully tip your body forward. Keep your arms and legs straight as you balance your way on your hand. Hollow, it is the opposite of arc shape. To execute this, lie on your back and place your arms by your ears. Lift your head and legs slightly off the ground, but maintain lower back contact. Squeeze your legs together while they are slightly in front of you and round your chest inward. Another body shape of rhythmic gymnastics is the lunge. Begins by standing with your feet together. Take a big step forward and bend your front leg. Slightly turn out both of your feet. Extend your arms upward to create a straight line from your rear foot to your hand. Hike. Entails bending only to your hips. Sit on the ground with your legs straight out in front of you. Depending on the degree, with some gymnastic skills will require you to be essentially folded in half at your hips. Split. This is a very common knowledge for you all. Split is one of the key flexibility skills. To perform a side split, maintain one leg forward and the other leg backward. Keep your hips as square as possible. This means that they are aligned. Note that stretching daily is preferable to stretching for a long time in one sitting. Another one is the straddle. It involves separating your legs with neither leg being forward nor backward on the other. Start with your body facing forward while in sitting position, then spread your legs apart to form a 180-degree split or more. Straight. It is a stand on a position in gymnastics. Stand position in gymnastics. This is the most essential shape to master. Stand with your bottom clenched, hips tucked below, and core firm. Remember to raise your arms straight and by your ears. Last one, we have the tuck. Tuck is accomplished by bending at the hips of your knees. Sit on the ground with your legs in front of you. Bend your knees until they touch your chest and your feet are tucked close to your body. Pulling your knees out to the side enables you to compress the tuck further, resulting in a quicker rotation during performance. Now let's discover the rhythmic gymnastics fallacies. So there are a lot of misconceptions about rhythmic gymnastics. So now we're going only to discuss 3 of the fallacies. So first, we have gymnast is only for girls. So this is false. Now, this is not true. So the belief that gymnastics is a sport exclusively for girls is a misconception. For the benefit of the girls, the benefits of gymnastics are the same for both boys and girls. Performing gymnastic conditions hand-eye coordination and builds upper body strength, helping young boys to excel in other sports as well. So again, gymnastics is not only for girls, it is also for boys. Another fallacies is gymnastics is a dangerous sport. So the involvement of flexibility and agility skills contributes to the notion that gymnastics is surrounded by hazards. But in reality, it is not dangerous when a gymnastics program is tailored to the ability and needs of the age group. So hence it is important for trained teachers and coaches to guide gymnasts in learning how to safely perform these skills regardless of their ability level. And last one, we have another misconception is that gymnast is simply a fancy dance. While it is true that an element of grace is essential in gymnastics, the grueling process behind this is often overlooked. Gymnasts must be resilient and dedicated to be successful. They spend a lot of hours practicing to hone their craft. In addition, gymnastics increase flexibility, strengthens muscles, and improve coordination, making gymnasts making gymnast athletes all-rounders. So this is a misconception. So I hope that these misconceptions were properly addressed by this video. And that ends our topic for today. Thank you so much for studying with the rhythmic gymnastics with me. So studying rhythmic sportive gymnastics in schools offer various physical, mental, and social benefits promoting overall well-being and personal development. So remember that it's important to note that these topics are not only informative but also contribute to a healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something.